So this match about to get underway. And looks like Olivia Rogowska to serve first. What a great point to start. This is the first meeting between these two players. That's a beautiful backhand by Rogowska. She's got heavy ground strokes. Really stepping into the ball. Played Jelena Dokic in the final of that wildcard playoff. Struggled early, but eventually got her game going and wore Dokic down. And nicely finished off. Saw the opportunity to come up to the net, Rogowska. Well, a nice forehand from Rogowska. You'll be seeing a lot of that today. Lucky in some respects too, because the linesperson changed his call. Was signalling fault, didn't call it out. Changed his mind at the last minute. So a long first game to start us off in this first round match. Paszek has the break. First game of this match. And the players sit down, but they like to get to the chair anyway. In some other live scores, the Medibank Sydney International, Lee Na, 6-1 and 5-2 up against Anastasia Rodionova. Katerina Makarova from Russia, 6-2 and 1-all with Victoria Azarenka. Sergei Stukowski, 7-6 and 1-love over Benjamin Becker. Florian Meyer, 7-5 and 3-love over James Ward. Dominika Sibulkova 5-3 with Maria Kirilenko, and Shahar Peer 6-3 and 1-all with Sibyl Bama. Rogowska waiting for the call, nothing doing. Heavy serving from Paszek. Just going wide. So Paszek holds 2 games to love now. So now Rogowska with a couple of game points. Just looking to get on the board. It's tricky playing a qualifier who's already played a couple of matches to get to this stage. So Olivia just questioning the umpire, says the linesperson's in the better position. And then throwing in the double faults. And here they come on from Paszek. Another break point coming up for Paszek. Has been as high as number 35 in the world back in 2007. And that was the year she got to the 4th round of both Wimbledon and the US Open. And giving away the break. Paszek off to a flyer. 3 games to love in the opening sets. So the Twitters, you can find us at Hobart Tennis. Suggesting someone suggesting from our previous match, does Groth have a bus to catch or something? It may have been true the way she got through her match, 48 minutes earlier today, winning in straight sets. And now Paszek serving. We welcome back into our commentary position Tournament Director of the Marilla Hobart International, Michael Roberts. Welcome along.
Thanks very much again.
I promise I will say Marilla over and over and over. I'll practice it when I get back to the accommodation tonight.
Well, we'll have to bribe you with some of their great product, wine and beer.
So an interesting match. Great to have Australians in action in all 3 matches in the day session today.
Yeah, well, it just actually worked out that way, that the Australians are playing the week before in Australia, whereas a lot of the other players are travelling around. Some of them are coming from exhibitions in Hong Kong and over in Auckland. So, yeah, it worked out that all the Australian players were able to play today on centre court. And it's great for the fans to see. We've got a big mix of old and new. Obviously, Olivia is only young, and Jamila's relatively new Australian and hasn't played down here since she's become an Australian citizen. And then we've got Alicia up next.
Well, lucky I've put her in the veterans class. We'll keep her in the young category too.
Yeah, I don't think you win too many friends with the girls when you classify them as veterans.
No, certainly not. Great day yesterday. The sun came out. Was quite a windy day, but good roll up and some good matches. Yeah,
it was a great day. We got through a lot of matches yesterday. There was some great tennis. It is unfortunate we sort of get always day one of main draw gets a bit windy, and a lot of the players come here and they said, "Oh, always remember how windy it is here." But I guess you're up on a hill. You're 100 odd metres above sea level or something, so you've got to expect a bit of a breeze.
Yeah. You say to the players, look, we've just had a little bit of redeveloping here. If you haven't noticed over the past couple of years, we're not moving it down the hill.
Yeah, it is great when they come out and they look around, and the first thing they don't say anything about the redevelopment, just the wind.
So Rogowska now with a breakpoint opportunity. And Paszek is fired up, and Paszek in some respects has a little bit of an advantage here, having played in these conditions in the qualifying tournament.
Yeah, I think having watched a lot of qualifying matches, I like to get out and watch the qualifiers, because you're absolutely right. This time of year, the players that seem to spend a lot of time on court playing matches are the ones that are successful, and of the 4 qualifiers that got through, she looked the most impressive.
Had a win over Katerina Bondarenko in her final match yesterday. Rogowska earning a wild card into this event. And in some respects, giving Olivia a wild card was a bit of a no-brainer with her performances, particularly towards the end of 2010, and earning the wild card into the Australian Open. Yeah,
well, Olivia, this is her 3rd year in a row we've given her a wild card, and she's improved each year. I guess that's why we're here with these tournaments. One of the objectives of these Australian Open Series events is to provide player development opportunities for the Australian players, and someone like Olivia, who probably doesn't play too many WTA tournaments a year, it's good for her to play against a player like Tamara and practice here with some of the top 50 players. So. But we did say to her she does owe us a good performance after drawing out number 19 first up on the draw to play the number 1 seed.
Nicely done. Rogowska at the net, bringing the crowd into it. It's interesting that you say that. She's got a history of plucking out names in draws. She was part of the semi-final lineup for the wildcard playoff, and she drew out Alicia Molik and Jelena Dokic to play one another, and she took on Sophie Ferguson.
Now, I wish I had known that before. I wouldn't have got her to do the draw. Yeah. But, and then she looked after herself with a qualifier. But
yeah.
No, we notice the improvement each year, and that's what we want to see. That's what we want our spectators to see, an improvement in the Australian girls coming through. So she's a lot more mature than she was a couple of years ago. She's still only young, but she was basically a little teenage girl back when she first came here.
Paszek saving another break points. Rogowska again looking for the line call. Well, another real up-and-coming Australian, Sally Pearce, is also on court. Another wild card. She'll be on court 1 a little bit later today. She's taking on a qualifier too. The number 1 seed in the qualifying event, Hobart from Belarus, and that will be a tough ask. But Sally's had a wonderful year too, 2010.
Yeah, it was great to see her off to a really good start in Brisbane. I think she's a good show there. We've had Olga here a number of times, and she's a very temperamental player. So you get her on an off day, and I think Sally's really positive with her tennis. She's obviously confident. Olga's spent a fair bit of time on court. She's had a couple of tough matches in qualifying, and some players, as we were saying with Paszek, that the more tennis they play, the better they look. I think just having seen Olga a few times here, the more tennis she plays, the more exhausted she looks. So hopefully Sally's fresh and can get a win, and it'd be great for her. She sent a message to me after last year's event apologising basically because she went love and love down. So she's out to atone.
So Rogowska gets the break. He's on the board in this first set, 3-1, still trailing though. And the countdown is on to 7 o'clock tonight. Marion Bartley and Dinara Safina. Players will be here a little bit later to warm up, but just a great sense of anticipation around the complex today about that match. Yeah, well, ever since the draw was done, that's pretty much all the talk has been about the two of those players. And Marion came in yesterday, and she's very interesting. Everything. I don't think I've seen a player who is as stringent with her time management as Marion and her father are. They've told us what time they want dinner for them. They've told the stringer what time exactly they want to pick the racket up. Down to the second?
Almost. May as well be. But I mean, that's what we like seeing, and we like these. I guess it's good for the younger players to see these girls that have been top 20 players for a number of years, just how professional they are in the way they prepare themselves.
Well, some other good matches too. Bethany Matek-Sands we talked a little bit about yesterday, taking on Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova on court number 1, the last match on court number 1, and Tamarine Tennis-Sagan taking on Elena Beltasha. A couple of interesting matches to finish off the program on the outside courts. Yeah, the Matek-Sands Pavlyuchenkova match we would really have liked to have seen on centre court. That's a worthy match, but unfortunately, due to the scheduling of Matek-Sands, she only arrived yesterday. Yep. So she requested a late match. So obviously it was that match or Alicia's match, but you're not going to bump Alicia off centre court here at Hobart. No. Paszek here in a great position to break back. Olivia can be a slow starter in her matches. And there's another double fault to hand the break back. 4-1, Paszek leading this first round match. Yeah, Olivia takes a little while to get going sometimes in her matches. We saw in the final of the wildcard playoff. Dokic got off to a flyer, but she's gradually worn down as Rogowska works her way into this match. Hopefully she can make an indent in this first set, but definitely she'll be firing come the second set. Yeah, I guess it's one of the things you notice with all the Australian girls. They seem quite fit and athletic, but the power of these other girls, I think if you lined all the Australians up compared to the other girls, the size difference that you see is just phenomenal. And so that's why I guess a lot of our Australian girls like playing down here in the heat. The European girls are all coming from winter, and they've got the power to just blow their opponent away. But if the Australians like Olivia are able to hang in there and grind and grind and grind, then we could end up with a good match. So first round action at the Marilla Hobart International. And the winner of this match will play Yamila Groth in round number 2. The level of media coverage down here, we're sitting in the beautiful, magnificent media centre, just overlooking the court, and there's plenty of local media, local press down here. It creates plenty of interest in Tasmania. Well, I think one of the media guys was just saying yesterday they're very supportive down here of this event, and they've been coming for a number of years and just can't get over the redevelopment, but also now the level of coverage that we're getting with this live streaming, with on the website, with the YouTube clips going up later on. It's just, we are taking it. They've used the catchphrase of the tournaments to a whole new level. Yep. There was a 4-page lift out in the local papers here yesterday to prepare people for the tournament itself.
Yeah, the Mercury have been great supporters of ours, and obviously we have an all year round relationship with them and all of the media. The coverage of our great game, tennis, gets a good run down here. So to be able to provide them with facility like this, I think that the journos and media used to have to sit on the wooden benches as well, laptop on their knees, and
maybe a little tricky to do some live streaming back then.
It might have been. So I think we probably would have been on a platform held together by cable ties and gaffer tape. And
I've done that before.
I think that was our sort of main sponsor, the provider of the cable ties, held the event together.
That goes long. Paszek looking good in this first set. Who are the players that you look forward to seeing year after year? All the regulars that come down, who are some of your favourites? Not that you can play favourites as the tournament director, but who do you enjoy seeing every year?
Well, I actually like seeing the new players that I haven't seen. I mean, I watched. I don't watch too much tennis, sit down and watch, but I actually tried to sit down for half an hour and watch Kimiko Date.
Oh, I mean, that's a magnificent match yesterday.
Yeah, and it's just phenomenal to see a player like her, still how athletic she is, get around, and even though she's been playing on the tour for more than 20 years, this was her first time to Hobart, so it's great to see her. We have our favourites, I guess anyone that's ever won the event, because we get to know them quite well. So Anna Chukvatadze was a favourite of ours because she actually also employed, when she was here, one of our players, Andrew Roberts, who was a Tasmanian professional, gave her a warm-up one day, and she actually employed him to travel around with her full-time after that. So,
fantastic.
So we used to get the stories of how she was going. So as a past player, past champion, she was a favourite. Unfortunately, we had a couple of, I guess, our favourites pull out. Zheng Ji is great. She's very friendly, always smiling.
And it's interesting too because the Chinese media are here this week in Hobart.
Yeah, we told them of Zheng pulling out, but we then had Peng Shui and a couple of other girls in qualifying. So they came down, and that's the first time for us that international media have come down to the event and covered it. So once again, it's broadening us and taking us out to the rest of the world.
So Paszek here with a game point. Go to a 5-1 lead in this opening set, which he does. So Paszek looking good here, opening set of this first round match. And the crowd has built up too as the day's gone along. We're already into the second match here.
Yeah, I think as we've noted, Alicia's a crowd favourite here, so we've got a good crowd for it's a working day, but I think everyone loves Alicia here, and I think we'll see that build as news filters round that she's not too far away.
Well, it is a holiday time, let's be honest. It
is
start of January, people just slow to get back to work.
Yeah, we'd like the warmer weather to remind us that it is January. It's a bit hard to see what we've got at the moment and know that it's January.
Do you get out for a hit much yourself these days? Just
I've
once the tournament's finished, just wander out with a racket here and play on centre court?
Oh, no, I actually don't. When you spend a lot of time around tennis courts, getting out and trying to enjoy a hit is something hard to do, but probably a bit lazy, I think. But it's good to see a lot of people after the event. This is our busiest time in January. I'll always see come up, even packing up in the week after, you see the families come up and everyone rush to centre court where they've come and seen the stars playing, and to be able to have a hit on centre court where Alicia Molik, Dinara Safina had a hit.
It's open for hire all year round apart from this time?
Yeah, absolutely. People come up here and it is our biggest club here, but court hire is if you hire court 18 out the back on the synthetic grass or centre court, it's all the same. So,
yep. So 30 all with Rogowska looking to make Paszek serve for the sets. That's a beautiful backhand from Paszek. Switched on from point number 1 today. Are you a Twitter fan?
I'm not. The guys in the office are all over it and have been following it and giving me updates on the Hobart tennis tweet. So I get the updates, but I'm not following myself.
I'm still coming to grips with it, I've got to be honest. So keep the comments coming through. Hobart tennis. Struggling to get to that ball. Rogowska. Paszek with another set point. Yeah, I'm struggling to come to grips with all this Twitter type stuff, so please bear with me. I am having lessons every day here in Hobart.
Oh, the technology's fantastic.
And there it is. So that's the first sets for Mira Paszek. 6 games to 1. And I think we'll have a coach coming out on courts.
Now, one thing I picked up from Paszek before I go is a very interesting point. Watch her dad's colour of glasses that he wears. He has multiple coloured glasses frames, and he changes depending on how his daughter's going. So,
is it like a mood ring?
It is, that's what I said. Is it like a mood ring? And he said yes. So he started off with lime green. I can't see what he's wearing today. He's down there in the corner watching closely, but I think it gets darker. He said if he pulls out the yellow glasses, that means they're in for a championship, basically. So he said every time he's worn the yellow glasses in a final, she's won the title.
Well, on that note, we'll get you down there with a camera so you can put that up on Twitter for us.
Absolutely. I'll go and ask him what his mood's like today.
Exactly. Enjoy the rest of today. We're looking forward to a big match tonight, and thanks for joining us. We'll catch up with you again probably tomorrow.
Yep, thanks very much.
The Marilla Hobart International Tournament Director, Michael Roberts, doing some magnificent work up here. So we'll have to get a photo of those glasses. Change according to mood. I wonder if there are subsets of colour. So when we're not necessarily sure how things are going, or a nervous colour, might be green or something along those lines. Anyway, be wearing happy colours at the moment because Mira Paszek of Austria has taken the first set here, 6 games to 1. Ready now for the second. We'll be serving first in this second set. It's a great start, great serve. Peng Shuai of China has scored a win in round 1, defending Svetlana Peronkova in 3 sets, 2-6, 6-3, 6-2. Also in results from earlier today, Elena Vesnina had a win over Arantxa Parasantonia. 6-2, 6-1. pulling off that forehand a little bit. Rogowska struggling a little bit for confidence. But, you know, once she gets that game going, particularly on that forehand side, she can really work her way back into this match. So, out on court at the moment, Carlos Suarez Navarro on court 8, 3 games to 2. Up on Alberta Brianti. There's the break, but Brianti with 3 break points. That's a wild forehand. Just not really getting into any sort of rhythm, Rogowska. Paszek now with the game point. That's nice from Rogowska. I think got her work off the forehand wing, but that was a beautiful backhand right into the corner of the court. Frustration from Rogowska. She's staying in the rallies but just can't land the killer blow. That's wide. Another unforced error coming from the Rogowska racket. Paszek holds. Opening game, second set. Coming up after this match on centre court, Alicia Molik's in action, taking on Sofia Arvidsson of Sweden. And don't forget tonight, Marion Bartley taking on Dinara Safina. The action here at the Marilla Hobart International. Day 2 action. The final will be on Saturday evening. Twilight match starting at 5 o'clock. So hopefully you can stay with us right through this week. We'll have plenty of score updates from the other events going on, including the Australian Open qualifying, which gets underway on Wednesday. But now, Rogowska with some work to do. Love won the second set. Again, looking to finish off the point down the line. Rogowska toiling away. That serve way too short. Really nothing on it from Rogowska. Just hammered away by Paszek, who's in a good rhythm. Late call. Lines person obscured. Oh, she's just snatching at it now. Rogowska trying to keep pace with Paszek, but the errors are starting to flow. Trying to get something going, trying to get in that rhythm, trying to play the game on her terms, but Paszek is well in control. 3 more break points. And another winner. 2 games to love now. That's better from Rogowska, seeing the opportunity to come in on that second serve, which was short by Paszek. Another unforced error. Rogowska, confidence would be plummeting somewhat. Has already had her coach out on the court once in this match, but just needs to refocus. Not much you can do about that. Another ace for Paszek. It's the second ace for Paszek in this match. Couple more game points to go to a 3-love lead. Second ace before, now her second double fault. Still a handful of, well, the 1 game point now. She's lost the one previously, so another opportunity to go to a 3-love lead. And she holds. Damira Paszek looking good in this first round match. 6-1 and now 3-love in the second set. The Marilla Hobart International. Day 2 action. Looks like a mixed day for the Australians. Some of the other matches going on at the moment. Victoria Azarenka up in Sydney has levelled her match with Ekaterina Makarova. They split the first 2 sets, 6-2. And Makarova holding in the first game of the third set. Sergei Stakhovsky leading 7-6. They're now locked in a tiebreaker in the second set. Benjamin Becker working his way back into the match, but Stakhovsky 5 points to 2 in that tiebreaker. Maria Kirilenko and Dominika Cibulkova. Cibulkova leading 6-3 and 5-1. And Shahar Peer taking the first set from Sibyl Bama 6-3. But Bama holding in the second set to lead 6-5. Early results. The defending Anastasia Rodionova 6-1, 6-2, and Florian Mayer defending James Ward 7-5, 6-love. Make or break time now for Olivia Rogowska. Already down a break in this second set. It's been an error-prone match from Olivia Rogowska. Now they're the rallies that Rogowska needs to win. She's getting into them. As I mentioned before, just not landing the winners. And Rogowska holds on the board now in the second set. Paszek still with the advantage, 3-1. Oh, it's close to the line. Good serving by Paszek, as she has throughout most of this match. 65% first serve percentage, winning 75% of those points. Double fault number 4 for Paszek. Struggled a little bit on serve in this second set. That's better from Rogowska. Working off the front foot that time. Attacking, seeing the half-court ball, putting it away. So another double fault for Paszek. It opens the door now for Rogowska. Oh, that ball looked long. I think Rogowska may have a point. That's the baseline where our commentary position is situated. It looked very, very close. So, in some respects, a bit of luck going Paszek's way. And the error coming there, an unforced error. Really needed to do more with that second serve. Paszek now with a point to take a 4-1 lead in the second set. It's better from Rogowska. Able to dictate terms. Was Paszek able to dictate terms, and it's the course of the match been in control all the way through. Paszek now with another game point for a 4-1 lead. Late call. And that won't impress Rogowska at all. 4-1 now, Paszek leading. Complete frustration from the Australian. But Paszek in complete control. 6-1 and 4-1 here in the second set. So the young Australian Olivia Rogowska in all sorts of trouble. Down 6-1 and 4-1 to Tamira Paszek of Austria. And really, the serving of Rogowska, whilst being consistent, has been a little bit short, and Paszek has taken full advantage. And seeing the ball very well now, Paszek. Another couple of breakpoint opportunities. Another unforced error, handing another break to Tamira Paszek, leading 5 games to 1 now. He's careering away with his first round match. So the winner of this match will play Jarmila Groth in the next round, in the top half of the draw at the Hobart International. So door opens slightly here for Rogowska to get a rare break back. Oh, went for the big forehand, Paszek. Too much on it. Rogowska breaks. Paszek's still leading 5-2 though in the second set after taking the first. Wonderful from both players. Good use of the forehand slice. Good movement around the court. Players very agile, very mobile around the court. See them look a little bit more at the net. And Rogowska, a slight momentum shift in this match. But it's those unforced errors that are her undoing. Just needed to step forward, Rogowska. But has handed now Paszek a match point. Rogowska hangs in. This match has been in progress an hour and 5 minutes. And the regulation finish. Sure, the crowd will be looking for this match to be extended a little bit longer. Another loose forehand from Rogowska. Just not getting around to the ball in time. It's a better serve. Sliding out wide. Forcing Paszek to move. And unfortunately, that's been the story of the day for Olivia Rogowska. Occasional flashes of brilliance. I think the momentum might change, but undone by unforced errors. Now Paszek has another match point. And another one saved. So Rogowska is hanging in. Couple of match points saved in this game. But as we've seen, the inconsistency of Rogowska tends to drop the next point. An unforced error from Paszek. So Rogowska will be a good game to win. Just put the pressure back on Paszek to serve out the match. Now drifts wide, so after a struggle and saving a couple of match points, Olivia Rogowska holds serve. Paszek still leading though 5-3. Now we'll be serving for the match. Well, that serve missed by a long way out wide. tide turning slightly. Rogowska now, if she can improve on her consistency. Start to see a few more errors from the Paszek racket. Always tough serving out a match. So more frustration for Rogowska. Get the opportunity to wheel around on that forehand. Just not able to do anything with it. And so Paszek now has a couple more match points. One hour and 13 minutes this match has gone. And another error finishes off the match. Tamira Paszek through to round number 2. 6-1, 6-3 in 1 hour and 14 minutes.